PWM Malevolent experience. I gotta tell you, that synthesizer is an absolute monster. Figured I'd pop on here, got a little break for a little bit, and see if anybody wants to find out about it, man. It's an absolute epic synthesizer, and I think I can put a picture of it up right here if I want to. Let's see. Only to be with you. Right there. That's it. So, what's up, Twin Cities? Yeah, just having a little breakfast, and figured I'd come on here, just talk about how awesome that synthesizer is. I got a good deal on it. I paid $399, brand new, right out of the box. I don't think you can beat that. Been up since 4 a.m. You've been working or chilling? I've been working since 3 a.m. I had to go in for another 8 hours now. 12-hour day, nothing to it. Yeah, what do you guys want to know about it? I took it to the limit last night. Next video I'm going to do is going to be patching it all up. Got the catch up right here. That's what I'll be doing next. Sleep. Sleep when you're dead, bro. Bagel. Sausage, egg, and bagel. It's pretty cool to do this green screen. I got good lighting here too, so looks pretty cool. Yeah, anything you guys want to know about the PWM Malevolent, let me know right now. I did a demo last night, and it was pretty cool. I know a lot of people wanted to know what it really sounded like. There wasn't many demos out there from the people that got synthesizers. They did like basic ones. I think Daniel Fisher and one other guy had a good one. And, but that was about it. And then after that, everybody just wanted to know what it sounded like. So I found a deal, I bought it. And I think I did the best demo on all of YouTube for it. And I didn't even patch it up yet, so I still got to patch it up. Once I patch it up, it'll get even crazier. But the demo that I did, it was nuts. It just, the thing is an absolute monster. The filters are crazy. It's super powerful. And it's wild. It takes you places that just get crazy. So what made you bite and grab it? I found Hans sent me a deal. I was doing that video on it because me and Hans were talking about the PWM Mantis, and that's too expensive for me, even though I want it. And then Hans was like, well, dude, the Malevolent is right here for this much. And I was like, $399, so I just bought it. Yeah, I want the Mantis, but it's too expensive, so maybe I'll get the Mantis later. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I wanted to try the PWM products, so why not start with the first one? Now I'm sold that the company's awesome, so what's up, Wavy? So now that I know the company's wicked, sounds good. Someone said the build quality wasn't that great. Build quality's great. I think it's awesome. So, what's up, Strawberry Trapper? What's up, Omar? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, fellas, if you like what we're doing. We're just chilling here. Having some breakfast before work. Or sorry, not before work, but before we go back to work. What sports I watch? I only watch MMA and wrestling. Pro wrestling and MMA. It's the only sports I watch. All the other ones are fake. So anyways, yeah, the PWM Malevolent, analog oscillators, analog filters, single voice, monophonic synthesizer, semi-modular. It's got a really cool layout. It's got got FM 1 and 2 per oscillator, and it's got FM 1 and 2 on the filter, which can make it just get crazy. The filter sounds nuts. So, my name's Synth Samurai. So, anyway, I'm bought into the PWM ecosystem now, so I got to get a hold of the Mantis. So keep an eye out if you see any good deals on the Mantis. Send it to me. Omar, my name's Synth Samurai. All right. What's up, Jason Williams? Welcome, brother. Yeah, I know. That's the music you got here, bro. That's what you got to deal with. Can't monetize the video in the coffee shop because you get copyrighted for the music playing, which is stupid. Crazy you could just be in public filming a show and a coffee shop's playing music and then your video gets demonetized. Omar, why you keep saying what, man? What? What are you asking? Ask the question. You think he's a bot? No, I don't think Omar's a bot. What's up, Dominic Ranking? What's up, Adas Patalas? What's happening? I always get different kinds of people in the early morning streams. So, but anyway, the PWM Malevolent is such a, it's got balls, man. The synthesizer's got balls. Big sonic balls. It roars. I was talking to Attorney and I couldn't believe that Attorney said he didn't like it. Yeah, it's a wild, untamed beast, man. I love it. If you watched the video last night, I did the jam for like an hour, or demo for like an hour, probably. No, 30 minutes? Whatever it was. But right at the end, man, I dialed in this crazy, lo-fi, bassy, crunchy, two-note arpeggiation with it. You got to go watch it. It's at the 23-32 minute mark it starts, and then it just goes into the coolest. And then I had to add in a little bit of Behringer monopoly. I added in, I think that's all I had. Oh yeah, and then a little bit of Juno X. And man, all the harmonies just came together so good. Do I use Korg Monotron as a delay? No. I use Digitech Polera as my reverb on my monopoly with an Obscura delay and a Nautila chorus. And then on the Malevolent, I used, at the end, I added some external effects. I used the Chroma console for some delay and a little lo-fi cassette degradation. And then I ran into a Nightbird by Erica Synth. Right? Echo, I just watched Echo's video just then. Echo did a great video. So, yeah. Right now, it's crazy that PWM doesn't get more love from the synth mafia, man. I mean, I just think that those synthesizers are so powerful that we watched a guy do a demo the other day. I think his name is Tefty or something, Tefty Memes. He did a demo of the friggin' Malevolent. Spent a half hour on an organ patch. Can you believe that? Friggin' half hour on an organ patch. That's crazy. I'm turning the screen off, sorry. Yeah, dude spent a friggin' half hour on an organ patch on arguably one of the most powerful synthesizers to be released in the last couple years. It's a duophonic synthesizer, but you can do 4 notes of paraphony. How do you say that? Paraphony. 4 note. So basically you play a chord. Not only that, you got 6 oscillators, 16 oscillators per voice because it's got digital oscillators in it. When you do the 4 note paraphonic, think about that. It sounds massive. It's got aftertouch. It's got reverb and chorus built in for 2 effects. Distortion, drive, FM modulation like crazy, presets. It's a monster. So I can only imagine what the PWM Mantis is like. And to be honest with you, Hans Volt took a trip to the music shop the other day. And he sent me a video live. He did a FaceTime call. And he was sitting there in front of the Mantis. And he played it. Just potato audio through his phone. And the thing sounded like an absolute friggin' monster. And he owns the Messenger, and right now he thinks the Moog Messenger is the best synthesizer he's ever owned. And he owns tons of Soviet synthesizers and everything. Altair, he owns the Polyvox, CS30, and a bunch of other crap. And he said the Moog Messenger is by far his most favorite synthesizer ever. Now when he played the PWM Mantis, he said the sound is different and it's not as mix ready. Like he said he'd have to EQ it, but that wasn't like a knock on it. That was just saying that these synthesizers have removed the governor, right? They took the brakes off the sound and they just let it go to places that most synthesizers end up putting a ceiling on, don't let you go to. So that's what's crazy. And see, I'm looking forward to hearing more. No, they already made their hybrid, Twin Cities. They did their hybrid. Their hybrid is the Mantis. The Mantis is a digital oscillator analog filter hybrid. Their third synthesizer is all digital. Totally digital synth. So they have the Malevolent, which is analog. Then they got the Mantis, which is their hybrid. And then they got the new digital one that I guess will probably be released next year maybe, which is digital. So they got analog, hybrid, and a digital. I'm getting all 3. Nobody's gonna stop me. I mean, nobody. What's up from Derby, UK? What's happening, Lee? This is it, bro. Just having a cup of coffee. Worked from 3:30 till 6:30ish this morning. Having a coffee and a bagel, sausage, egg, and bagel with ketchup. And then I'm gonna go back to work from 7:30 to 4. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna mow the lawn. Then I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna get down and dirty with the Malevolent. I'm gonna patch it up. I had to learn tonight exactly how it's normalized and where to break the connections, because I'm not a modular guy, and I think the Malevolent is such a cool synthesizer to learn the ins and outs of modular on. And I'm gonna patch it up to my Behringer Wasp. What's up, Muhammad Fawad? What's happening? I'm patched up to my Behringer Wasp. Wednesday Adams, what's happening? I'm in New Hampshire. Live free or die state, New Hampshire. Welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna patch it up to my Behringer Model D, my Behringer Wasp, my Behringer RD6, and my Behringer Neutron. And then what I'm going to do, I got Rourke, is kindly from Rourke Industries making me some beautiful new end cheeks for that thing. New Zealand here. What's up? What's up, Lawrence Crown? What's happening? What's up, QWL? Huh. Is the U.S. still a British colony? No. Kicked the British out a long time ago. But then they got their tentacles back in through the Federal Reserve and the central bankers. But we're working on that. Why do you try to explain your mom Fortnite is more important than school? I don't know. Don't explain it. What's up, Stone Bass Player? What's happening? Shout out to the UK. Yeah, we're just chatting about the PWM Malevolent new synthesizer I bought. I did the greatest demo of all time last night. I've just started to notice that I have the best synthesizer demos on YouTube, easily. I have the best, right now I've got the best Erica. I got the best Erica Synth Steam Pipe demo. I have the best PWM Malevolent demo. I have the best Behringer Pro 800 demo. I have the best organ grinder pedal from Loonsbury Pedals demo. I have the best Behringer Monopoly demo. I have the best demos on the internet. Hands down, People's Choice Award goes to me. I never thought of it before, but I went and watched all the Malevolent demos. And I'm like, what are these guys doing? It's literally like they're scared to push it to the limit. So I just drove that thing, balls to the wall, pushed it to the extreme. And I'm gonna push it even farther tonight when I patch it up. What's up, No Leg? One of the best countries in Northern America. Huh? Canada? Do you know King Von? No, who's King Von? Missed the live last night. Yeah, you can rewatch it though. I'm gonna chop out the, once I hit the sound, it's exactly how I make music. When I hit that sound at 23-minute 32 mark, when I dial it in, I always have the other synthesizers on because once the muse touches you and says, this is the one. So I'm gonna chop that out and repost it as a jam, but I'll add some old school Synth Samurai visuals to it. Yeah, it'll be cool. All right, that was delicious. Malevolent with the multi-poly and the Hydra pads, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do next. Tonight I'm probably gonna patch it up. And then I'm going to Key Waterford. How about a suit out of the mini keys, Malevolent ASM Explorer? Yeah. I don't mind the mini keys. I was messing around with it because I was really playing. I was using the Hydra synth to control it a lot anyway. So next I'm going to pair it up with I'm going to clock into the Malevolent, and then I'm going to pair it up with the multi-poly and the Mini Freak. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let the thing go mental. Yeah, I think Echo doesn't like mini keys, but that's because he's got Italian sausage fingers, so he doesn't like the mini keys. But I don't mind the mini keys, to be honest with you. I like them. I think the mini keys are cool. I don't care about mini keys. I'm not trying to be Mozart out here, you know what I mean? If you put mini keys on it and give me some crazy sound, I got enough synthesizers where I'll just MIDI it up. Also, cool thing about the Malevolent is you can power it by a USB. So you can use the wall wart, or you can have USB power. I think that's a pretty cool feature. So I think for a first synthesizer for that company, it should have got way more love, man. It should have got way more love because it's friggin' powerful. I think a lot of people who played it, they were complaining about the manual. The manual's pretty basic. There's a couple things you got to figure out, but I don't really read the manual anyways unless I absolutely have to. I try to just figure it all out on my own. And Ice Wall Jam was a great demo, yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna chop a piece out of that demo last night and add to the Ice Wall. I had the mono poly in the background. Like once it kicks in, you go check it out. Go watch the demo from last night. If you don't want to watch the whole demo, go to the 23-32 minute mark of the PWM Malevolent demo, and I just dial in. As soon as I hear this sound, I'm like, that's it. A half hour, and I dialed in this sound that is like extraordinary, and I'll probably never get it back. That's the crazy thing about the Malevolent, is you got to capture it in time. When you get a crazy sound, you got to capture it because you might never get it again, which is like, I kind of think it's cool. So I dialed in this sound, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, okay. And I just put on a, what was it, AF? Might have been AD. I just did a 2-note arpeggiation, very low down on the octave scale, and it was growling, it was hissing, it was crunchy, it was lo-fi, it was deep. And then I just brought in the mono poly with like some higher octave harmonics, and man, it just went absolutely berserk. And then I added the Juno X in, and I just did another low note arpeggiation, and I just like played with the resonance and cut off, and got a bunch of like laser space sounds shoot in, added some vocals to it. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, what do you got? You got a track. Just like that. Just gotta add some drums and stuff to it, and it'll sound pretty cool, I think. So, I think it's epic. But, I mean, keep looking at Reverb. If you can pick one of these up, especially if you've got any Behringer synthesizers or any modular gear, I mean, the Malevolent is such a knock out of the park. I don't know how it doesn't got more love. Like, I think some people just don't like how much it raises your testosterone. Because when you play the Malevolent, you leave and you're like, after you leave, you're like, finished. I told Hans yesterday when I finished playing that thing, I felt drunk. I stood up, I was dizzy. I felt like I was like under a spell of like pure euphoria. I don't know if it was like, I don't know what it was, but I got up and I was like dizzy, and I was like, holy crap, this synth is like something special. I think they knocked it out of the park. I can't believe it doesn't got more love. And as of right now, I'm a PWM fan for life. And I got to get a hold of the Mantis soon. So I'm going to keep my eye out for a secondhand Mantis. Because once again, nobody's done a proper good Mantis demo. It's crazy. Like maybe Daniel Fisher might have one, but of all the synthesizers they sent, like PWM sent those to Synth Mafia, of all the people they sent it to, you got guys doing a half-hour demo on an organ patch. Like, organ patch is cool, don't get me wrong. I like white boy reggae, just like everybody. But to spend a half hour on an organ patch when you've been given the friggin' Malevolent as a gift for you to show people what it can do, and you spend a half hour on the organ patch talking about how it's like, this is like a synth indie band's freaking dream synth. I'm like, what are you talking about? What the hell does that even mean? A synth indie band dream synth is the Mantis? No. Oh yeah, 안녕하세요. 나는 내일 몰리가 좋아. Yeah. 안녕하세요. 내 이름 부스입니다. 내 이름 Synth 사무라이입니다. 한국 사람 어디요? 창원, 부산, 서울, 인천, 대구. 한국 사람 사랑해요. What's up, King Numer? I was just talking Korean to the Korean person that just popped in here. Lila Laimon. Lila Laimon. Lila Laimon. That's the Korean. Cool. You like my hair? I think she said she liked my hair. Yeah, thanks. I cut it myself, actually 2 nights ago. Trimmed up the sides with 1/8, left the top. So I shaved it, let the top grow back, and then I shave it to this style. I'm thinking about growing it out again now. 너희 한국어는 정말 잘해. Yeah, I can speak a little bit of Korean. I lived in Korea for 13 years in South Korea. Korean's a little bit rusty right now, but yeah, I studied Hapkido. Yeah, I did Hapkido, I did Gyeoktugi, but mostly I did MMA and Muay Thai and kickboxing. Moi aussi j'aime tes cheveux. Oh, merci beaucoup, Nolek. Je t'aime, Nolek. What I just spoke 3 languages in one stream. Who else is doing that? Off the cuff too. What else we gotta go? You look like you would be a gym teacher. Really good, nice one. Thanks. Yeah, I actually thought about being a gym teacher in university. I did kinesiology, so I could have went and done gym teacher. Should have been a gym teacher actually, 'cause at least then I would get summers off. Teachers got the best life. I taught for a long time in South Korea. It's funny how teachers think they got a hard life. It's hilarious. It's like, listen, teachers have been in school their whole life. So they finish school, and then they become teachers, and then they get basically 6 months of the year off, and they complain that they got to grade a few papers. And I'm like, man, you guys got no idea what work is. I'm about to work 12 hours today and laugh at it. I don't think a teacher's ever worked 12 hours in their life. Unless you're a teacher in South Korea. Shout out to the teachers though. I got a black belt in no can do. Cool. 한국에 살아 어느 부분 너 한국어 살았어? 야, 한국말 조금 배고파요. Carly, what's up, Carly? I'm too old for streaming. Sunman Sherman. Unk is hilarious. Calling people Unk is funny. Who is that guy, actually? I gotta get out of here because I gotta go to work. So, I'll catch you guys later. Anyways, main point is the PWM Malevolent is an absolute monster. I'm Synth Dirts, baby. Slow.